Howdy everyone, and welcome to our Thursday stream. As you know, at this point on Thursdays, I usually talk to someone at HBS over the internet. And once again this week, it's Mitch and Mike. And Mike just walked into the door. How are you guys doing?
Hey everybody.
Good morning.
We also have Carlos here.
Hi everyone.
Carlos!
Apparently everyone's favorite campaign player, which...
I don't understand why.
It's because you're just that good.
I'm not.
I think they're actually competent, which is something they're kind of expecting from streamers. Like,
yes.
competent.
We'll see how the audio connection to HBS is. If you hear anything that's, or if you don't hear anything, please make note of it in Twitch chat. And as always, if you have any question or you see any questions in Twitch chat or on YouTube that you already know the answer to, please answer them. Now, normally during these streams, we already have a set agenda about what we're going to talk about, but today we kind of, I think we're like, it's.
We're in the land of fuck it.
Yeah, guys, it's been a rough week.
Oh, yes.
In the sense that there are a lot of things that you have to keep in your head when you're about to release a game. And I know that at least the people here at Paradox have been quite busy going double-checking, triple-checking a lot of lists to make sure that everything is ready to go for Tuesday. How's it over there in Seattle for you guys?
The sun is out for the first time this year, I think.
Yeah, I just got back from the beach. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, we're just going to relax and, you know.
No, it's been busy. You know, there's a lot of stuff to do. At the same time, we're feeling really strong about the game, and
Our hair is on fire. This is
feedback
probably
we've gotten
the
so far has been
smoothest
really
launch
exciting.
we've ever done.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm knocking on wood right now. Holy crap. Now I've screwed it for the entire team.
Yeah, why would you say that on the internet?
I made a mistake. It's not my first mistake on the internet either. So there we go. Sorry about that, kids. Let's go, Carlos.
Yeah. So since and that's essentially since we don't have a proper topic, we'll try and pick up some questions from Twitch chat. But also, I'm gonna let we're gonna let Carlos play a bit because that makes me look competent. I feel like. What are we? Hopefully, you guys should also see what Carlos is doing through our remote access. What are we up to, Carlos?
Well, last time we left off, we were about to start this mission, which had terrible pay.
Yes.
But okay, salvage that might be useful for getting some spare. I don't know, lasers, jump jets, heat sinks, things that we might most likely need.
Yeah.
During the campaign, because things are going to break. They're going to break a lot.
Yeah.
So that was an option. Another option is doing the same thing, but in a different system, with a better pay. So,
How do you decide whether to take one of those travel contracts or stay where you are?
it depends.
quiz.
It depends on how badly I need the money and in the travel time. So if I really, really, really need some money now and I don't have any repairs to do, I might just as well take a contract in the system I'm in.
Right.
Get some mechs probably a bit hard, repair them, and then while I'm traveling to the next system, getting them repaired.
Yeah, because I guess it should be pointed out that we're currently running with essentially 3 months worth of budget.
Yeah.
And it's going to take us 17 days to do the travel contract, which would, lose us quite a bit of... It's a lot of time with no pay.
It feels like a waste of time unless I have some mech that needs repairing. So
You have MechWarriors that need to heal up.
yes, as well. And that has increased a lot recently, which surprised me in one of my recent playthroughs. 1 wound, 20 days. Ouch! I did not expect that.
Yeah, do you guys want to talk a bit about... Because that's one of the things we showed on stream on Monday, or we noticed that the cost, more importantly, the injury time has gone up from what we've seen previously. I assume there's... What's the reasoning there?
So we've been doing a lot of playtesting over the last couple of months, and slowly inching up numbers like that. I think even with our most recent balance prior to last week, we felt like there was Hey, sorry. Do I have a way to adjust the game volume relative to?
Oh, is it going out to your headset?
Yeah.
Are we
Yeah.
are we broadcasting it to them? Because we shouldn't be.
Yeah, we hear every.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so I can look over to my right because we have a window into what we consider the booth, which is where Nurgle is sitting, where all the gear is, and he was doing this thing where it's like going over a lot of different volume sliders and stuff. So we'll see if we can get that sorted. And make sure that happens less. In the meantime, we do have some quick questions here. There are some people that really want to know when their backer keys are being sent out. I don't know if we have an update on that yet.
Yeah, we do have an update on that. Backer keys will be going out over the weekend. A, and B, you will be able to preload the game on Monday.
Okay.
That is your official update from an official guy.
There you go. Backer keys over the weekend, preload on Monday.
I soar!
The audio volume is a bit wonky here. Nurgle is still looking.
That's all right.
It's louder than usual.
Yeah, we have
slower the whole thing on my end. I can at least hear myself think now.
That's a good start. I guess the other option to do the quick fix is that we lower the in-game audio. We can do
It's
that.
an alternative, yes.
So let's do that while we jump around.
Let's do the master volume.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that settings menu.
Yeah. Whew.
All right.
So
Gotta get a screenshot of that up on our Steam.
there we, it's so nice now. Can hear
We can hear
both
people.
Mike and Mitch.
Yeah, I can hear you much better now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Can viewers still hear the game okay? I don't want to...
Well,
No,
it
you turned on the
it should be fine. We'll notice that sooner.
I'm sure the chat will let us know if we've screwed up.
Exactly. They usually do.
Yes.
Carlos, what are we actually doing in this mission? Because my plan was to talk over it, but then I look over it and I'm like, I'm interested in what's actually going on now.
And I don't want to interrupt you
Did I
guys.
successfully dodge the question, by the way?
What was the question?
I think I did.
Nice.
Well, we were talking about pilot injuries is what we were talking about.
Yeah, we bumped it up.
Right.
We were seeing in a lot of playtests, including our own at the office, that we still were not having a lot of incentive to grow our pool of MechWarriors.
Yeah.
And we think that's really we've just put a lot of time into the MechWarrior system, and B, we think that that's an interesting axis of customization for your Mercenary Company, and it was too easy to just sort of coast on the starter pilots. And so by increasing injury times, what we've done is that MechWarriors are much cheaper than Mechs. So
this is a BattleTech thing.
It doesn't make a big financial difference, but it does force you to hire up a little bit in your company even early on, so that you have a wider bench when your A list of MechWarriors gets entered.
Right. That's what I was going to add. I usually try and keep 8 MechWarriors in my roster so that I have an A team and a B team, because I tend to get people killed, both in real life and figuratively.
So speaking of getting people killed, then how many do you kill on average, Mitch?
How many MechWarriors?
Yeah.
The truth of the matter is, yesterday I lost 2 in one mission.
To what?
2 MechWarriors.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, yeah, but what did they die to?
Hold on. Let me think a minute, because it was embarrassing, of course.
That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, a lot of people like to mock me as I play. It's really fun. Boy, I can't wait till you get your own studio so I can come mock you when you play. What the hell was it? Sorry, I was playing a story mission, and those can be particularly brutal. It was, what should I say? I was trying to liberate a prison. And,
yes.
And as I was trying to liberate that prison, I decided on this run through, I'm going to ignore the turrets for a minute.
I mean, as you do.
As you do. It's just like they're just turrets. What I neglected to remind myself of, being a moron, was that turrets can sensor lock you.
Oh,
And
can Ooh, I did not know
Yes.
that.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
pro tip, kids. Turrets can sensor lock you, and it's real bad because if there are 5 turrets on the field, they can all sensor lock you if they want to. They make a
Yeah.
heuristic decision.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I got sensor locked by one of them, and then like 4 more turrets just tore me up.
Well, that is good to know since I just started a new playthrough yesterday, and I'm gonna make sure that doesn't happen. One of the things we've seen and I'm very proud of that I've not fallen into a trap of is early spoilers. In the essentially what's the first mission when you're off planet, Decker tends to die a lot when people play.
He ignored the turrets.
I would consider that by design.
Yeah, I was like, I was trying my very best to come up with a good way of being like, is that by design? But it seems like it's like the first time where people realize, oh, okay, maybe not do that. You know, maybe be a bit cautious or actually look at the defensive options.
Yeah.
Because
Now, I mean, if I had to guess, it's circumstantial because he starts out in the spider, if I recall.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Turns
Spider's
out,
a death trap.
yeah.
he's also very fast. So he's usually up ahead of everyone else.
I put my commander in the spider, figuring, well, you know, your commander can't die or whatever.
It's a very good idea. Yes.
My commander was been in the hospital for 2 months.
But his nickname is Decker due to how much time he spends passed out on the deck, says Murphy One Up. But I just like that already from what's essentially not that much information. We've seen some streamers previously, and of course the streaming embargo is now up. So if you're watching this on Twitch right now, you know, don't do this. But if you were to click the BattleTech and look at the game directory, there'd be more people streaming than just us. But you know, you can
43 minutes. That's what you should do.
Exactly. But even though we're not that far in with content, I feel like some of the MechWarriors already have their own like personality. People are like, yeah, Decker's gonna die. Glitch is going to say fucked up shit at some point because that's what Glitch does.
Yeah.
And I'm really interested to see what happens with some of the other personalities later on. That you can find
They
that's...
have different comments based on what kind of planetary environment they drop on.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. At one point, Glitch says, and I think it may be one of my favorite lines in the game. Maybe I shouldn't say it. Spoiler alert, Glitch's line. When you land on like an icy Arctic biome, she says, "Do you want to build a snowman?"
Yes.
I should add.
Yeah.
People laughing at their own game, the stream. But that's usually what you want. That's always when you have a game that lets you just giggle at things. I feel like, yeah, you're in a pretty good spot.
There's been so many just emergently fun, entertaining, devastating, whatever
RNG is
moments at
actually
the
your friend.
office.
Yeah.
And you know, that's actually kind of new for us at HBS. Like this is the most systemic game that we've built,
Yeah.
and so we've been used to having great moments in our games that people get really excited about at
That
the
we
office.
manufacture.
But we sort of know that they're going to happen for people, and this project has just been so much fun to see stuff happen. And I was like, wow, I didn't even know that could happen. That's awesome.
So,
Carlos, are you
Sometimes
getting
terrifying too.
are you
I'm
getting
like, oh, I
cocky?
didn't know that could happen.
I gave it a shot.
what's up?
I tried a cold shot to the head from here.
Yeah, with
Why not?
With the view being interrupted. So
Yeah, I was very optimistic.
Ballsy play.
Yeah, people wanted to see skills. They didn't see them enough in the previous one.
Yeah.
So why
So
not?
speaking of the MechWarriors and their lines, we have a question from Starkitect in Twitch chat. Do the other MechWarriors you pick up, as in higher or later on down the road, have essentially as many voice lines?
Yes, all all MechWarriors have in the neighborhood of 300 voice lines, which is about 200 more than the Mech Commander series. And yeah, there's a bunch of different dialogue options, and there's different. You know, we've got like very straight MechWarriors, and then we have sort of character MechWarriors, that kind of thing. So, yeah, you never know what you're gonna get.
I realized yesterday, by the way, this is also unrelated to anything, but as I was starting a new playthrough, and for the first time I found it really hard to decide what I should name my MechWarrior, because I'm like, okay, I'm clearly the nickname is gonna be my nickname, cKnoor, right? But then since there's a first and a last name, I'm like, I can't really go as far as to call it my own first and last name. Like it gets too real at that point. But I also couldn't be like, I can't think of anything that's funny enough because I've used my own nickname.
Do you use the random button? Because I love the random.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't, because at that point I was like, no, I am creative enough to come up with something funny on my own. Which, spoilers, I wasn't. But
Actually, not a spoiler, but keep going.
But yeah, so we did use the random button for our current player,
We
though.
did, and it was
Freddie
great.
LeBlanc.
Freddie LeBlanc execution. It's perfect.
You know that he means business.
Yep.
Yeah.
With a name like Fred.
Well, LeBlanc, because what happened? He came back after the fight with the Balrog, and now he's LeBlanc. That's a geek joke for you.
Yeah. We have a question that might as well. It's a quick clarification. Just when the mechs themselves overheat, does that do damage to the MechWarriors? And the answer is no. Right? Yep. But
right,
of course,
No, but
I think if you shut down, you take a wound.
Exactly. If it shuts down, then you take a wound. Yes, that's true.
and there's another way of doing it too, which I found out by doing it. Again, it's systemic, and I just found this out the
We're
hard way.
experiential learners.
well, learning by doing is my favorite way of learning things.
Oh, one day I'll tell you how I got into the game industry. But anyway, the what happened was I overheated my mech so much that I cooked the pilot because I did damage to the cockpit, right? Because you can keep doing damage. It finally hit the cockpit, and yeah, I just cooked my mech warrior. It was actually awesome.
I was really pleased in my same playthrough yesterday. I managed to, since I was bragging about not having killed Decker in the mission, I managed to remove all armor on the spider, but no internal damage or no structure damage.
Wow.
Which
That's
is
pretty good for a spider, actually.
yeah. I
I
didn't realize it until I was actually done with the mission, and then I looked at the report screen and I'm like, hang on, this is very orange. I was like, oh, I was really proud of myself. Are we gonna overheat here, Carlos?
Nope. Let's just use.
Oh, come on. He's almost dead. Do it.
Carlos,
Live a little.
I would at this point, how much? I would
There we
now
go.
do a precision shot. Wait.
Oh.
I would do a precision shot,
Guaranteed
Right.
kill on that.
and then I would choose the center torso.
You actually
and
have control, so you
By
can do
do-
it.
You can do that. I would. So.
Oh, look
we
at
have
that.
control. Let me show you how
Yeah.
it's done.
Technology.
So you do this. Go ahead. Take the center torso, but then lower it because you don't need all that stuff because you're just
Yeah,
going
I
to kick his
guess
ass.
not.
You don't need to overhit.
Yeah.
You've played this game before, right?
Good. I like shooting one.
Yeah. Good boy. Pew pew.
There we go.
Hey.
Boss.
I just remembered a funny anecdote I had in a multiplayer game when testing internally. I was playing against Jonathan, our compatibility lab guy, and we were playing in the lunar biome. And
Awesome.
I can't remember which mech I was moving, but probably it was a fire starter, and I wanted to move it to jump very close to one of his mechs and attack. The thing is, its leg armor was so weak that just from that jump, it overheated enough to destroy the legs. So I lost my mech just from jumping. I just jumped a long distance, and
That's
it
awesome.
got destroyed. It was really ridiculous. Very
Yeah.
embarrassing.
All down about
The
that.
lunar biome gets a little testy.
Oh, yeah.
That's the most dangerous biome, I think. If you're not careful.
Just when we were talking about Carlos playing against people, I just went and double-checked if the Ek versus Carlos game was published on the YouTubes yet, and it's not. But
Oh, I
No
think
need
Ek
to.
is working. He's planning to put it up.
yeah,
yeah.
that's what I'm assuming too. We'll let you'll know when it's available. I'm sure. I've
He's
seen
very
it. Yeah, you did okay.
Thank you. I did okay, just not okay enough.
Well, did anyone expect you to do okayer than that?
I didn't expect myself to do any better, so that's for sure.
Ek did win our internal tournament.
Yeah. Is he complete? I mean, he's on the
tell
He's
you.
still going. That was a long time
That
ago.
was round 1 internal tournament.
Yeah.
Now it's on again. Although he won't stand a
mission
chance.
successful.
Hey,
Carlos!
mission successful.
Yay!
We did it.
Yay
Or well,
us.
Carlos did it.
I mean, now I understand the pay. There was 2 mechs to kill.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
makes sense.
Makes sense. Right, so yeah, we get as expected. So let's get some mech parts, and additionally, we'll get some heat sinks, jump jets.
Well, yeah.
We will need
we'll
them.
see it.
Yeah.
Probably.
So we have an interface question, and I've seen some people talk about this on the forums as well, that they're slightly worried that the overheat alarm isn't visible enough on the button, which I personally disagree with. But some people are like, oh no, overheat. Make sure the button is really scary to push. But
I suggest an online petition.
I was also going to say, isn't that kind of like, if it's too scary to push, less people will alpha strike into overheating, and sometimes it's the right move.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
I tend to do that specifically on story missions rather than on mercenary missions. It's a story mission. It's like, all right, I have to beat this, and I just push it. Plus, story missions pay better.
Mm-hmm.
So I figure, all right, I'll push it there.
This is something I've learned recently by reading on our forums. There are actually quite a few both tactics guides, but also just like, here are some tips and tricks. So once you get into the game on Tuesday, you're like, Decker died in the mission. What am I doing wrong? There's help on the forums.
You use Decker. That's the problem.
Yeah, keep Decker in the back.
Actually, for everybody out there with the tips and tricks thing, if you go to BattleTechGame.com, there's a great thread of pro tips on there, and it's extensive.
Yeah.
And, from what I saw, really accurate too. Also, Chris Eck, who fought Carlos the other day, he actually wrote his own tip guide.
Is
that
it
he'll
finished?
probably check out too.
Because he told me he was working on
He's a
it.
backer, and he just cares, you know. What I mean?
we heard rumors about it, but
Yeah.
I didn't know it was done. And if it's
Oh, I didn't say
He's
it's
working
done
on it. It'll go out
when it
when
comes
it's
out.
out.
we'll make sure that people know about it. So no pressure on Ek. It's not like,
Right, we can go to the next story mission, if you like.
do
Exciting.
we want to go
mysterious.
to the next story mission?
I do.
Well, then we should go to the next story mission.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. If you don't want to see this, we're going to be playing through the campaign. Me and Carlos has been skipping quite a lot of the story itself. We might stop doing that
Wait.
come
You
Tuesday.
got to do this like it's a radio play.
Okay,
Yeah, you gotta-
fine.
You're acting. Carlos, you're Anna Maria Centrella.
Sure.
No way.
Well, come on.
Come on, Carlos.
Well,
One line.
I actually, Ana Maria, well, my Spanish accent can work here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. And who is everyone else?
Well, I guess, Mitch, you get to be executioner here, so you get to pick the options.
Ooh, all right.
And then I don't know if we have more people talking in this, but
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah,
me and
basically
Mike
all
will have to
three.
fight over it if we get someone else talking.
Sounds good.
Mike, you got to be
Not it.
Okay. If Carlos can do it, you can do it. All right, let's start up.
Let's do this.
Action.
This isn't a traditional contract, and I don't need Comstar asking questions. Besides, there's no reason to involve the Mercenary Review Board. I already know that I want to hire you. Have I piqued your interest, Commander LeBlanc?
That's really good.
Right, that fucking ruled. That was that was great. All right,
You should do live streaming.
I'm gonna try and play this guy like Harrison Ford. My interest, sure. but I need to hear details before I'm willing to commit myself to anything. I'm going to embellish this. Sorry, Andrew.
Of course, Commander LeBlanc, I would expect nothing less. The job that I have for you is relatively simple. I need you to recover something for me, and I need it done quietly. In exchange for your services, I will pay down the interest on your rather sizable loans, and I'll and buy you the breeding room you've been looking for. A fair deal, wouldn't you say?
How'd you know about... You know what? It doesn't matter. Just tell us what we're supposed to be recovering.
This.
Ooh.
Oh, you're the narrator, Mike.
I'm the narrator.
Yeah.
View screen. Lady Centrella's image is replaced on the screen by a grainy photograph of an enormous grounded dropship. Ramshackle structures cling to it like barnacles.
She's a derelict vessel, an Argo, one of only 2 ever made. For over 200 years, she's been lying in state on Axilius, a pirate moon in the heart of the frontier. I want her, and you're going to bring her to me.
Could you just say an Argo again?
An
Is that-
Argo.
Oh,
Argo.
I have chills right now.
Oh, we need a Yang now.
Nurgle.
Nurgle.
You have an
Get
extra
a mic.
person.
Oh, he doesn't have the mic. Okay.
Like,
I
yeah, I'll get it.
There you go, you go.
How exactly are we supposed to do that? I mean, that's a big ship, and she looks half cannibalized for parts. Look, you can see her ribs in the photo. I'm as enthusiastic about money as the next guy, but I'm a mech tech, not an aerospace engineer, and I'll be damned if I can get that thing flying again.
Relax, Mr. Virtanen. I have engineering staff on hand to attend on the Argo. Argo. Their leader, Dr. Farah Murad, has built quite a reputation for herself in the frontier. You will find a jump ship waiting for you at Alloway. It will carry you to the pirate moon, where you will clear a path to the crash site. Dr. Murad and her team will go to work on the derelict, and you will protect them until work is done. This should all be well within your capabilities, Commander LeBlanc. Unless I've come to the wrong company, of course.
I fought against legends, Lady Centrella. Pirates don't worry me.
Then I can see no reason why you shouldn't accept my offer. Do the job well enough, and there will be more work waiting for you upon your return. Mr. Oliveira will never find you a better opportunity than the one I'm offering, Commander LeBlanc. I can promise you that.
She isn't wrong, Freddy. We were looking for a lifeline, and I think this is as close as we're gonna get.
Freddie? I feel like I'm Freddie Mercury.
Call signs, Mr. Fahrenheit.
All right. Okay, Lady Centrella, you've got yourself some mercenaries.
Actually, I'll pause on this. I am seeing a very important question there. DLC for Carlos MechWarrior VO. I'm interested in that. When is that happening?
Done and done. Right now, I'm sold. Your audition was stellar.
That sounds more like a hot item to me.
I mean, like the problem with someone jokingly saying that is that Carlos doesn't realize that we have high quality recording studio just next to the streaming studio. So worst case scenario, this could happen.
Could happen. We're not in the business of could happen, Mister.
Well, I'm trying to make sure that no one gets too committed and then sad. But yes, it's happening.
I'm all up for that. Anyway.
Okay, well,
committed.
there you go then.
Sorry. All right.
Very good. I will forward your contract to Mr. Oliveira. You know, Commander LeBlanc, your exploits on Solaris 7 are remembered in the Magistracy. I watched some of your fights myself. I saw your potential. Let's hope that you live up to it.
Puss in boots.
Oh, it's done.
Okay,
Finally.
well, you know
Let
what?
me get some water. Thank you, thank you.
Nice job, everybody.
And scene.
I'm terribly shy, so this is not my normal thing, all right?
It's
Well,
what?
we can bring you out.
I found that putting people in the streaming studio where the audience isn't visible kind of brings people out of their shell after a while.
Yep.
Well
right.
done.
The contract is ready. So now let's
All
travel.
right. Let's do it.
Excellent.
We're going to Axelis.
Oh, but the financial report is going to hit us before we get there.
Oh,
Luckily.
You got enough money.
Yeah, we have...
I already planned for that.
He's a military genius.
My last contract got me 7,500.
yeah, that's...
Civils, okay? It's
yeah, that's like less than a day's worth. Ooh, we have an extension.
right.
So, banging noises draw you to the shared MechWarrior barracks, where you find Glitch disassembling one of the Leopard's internal walls. There are already several panels neatly stacked beside her. She pauses, then explains. There are a few cubic meters of dead space back here. I'm making room so we can stretch without hitting the bunks. As reasonable as this sounds, the banks aren't going to like you modifying their property. So, we can order Glitch to put the wall back where it was. We can set aside money to pay the fine. Or we can not use Glitch technician skill.
Well, you know, I care about my people. So if I have to pay the fine, I'll pay the fine. We don't want to make Glitch unhappy.
No.
Morale
Hey,
increased by
morale
one.
increased by 1.
And that's super useful in the gameplay. So because it'll allow you to use more skills in combat. So
Yes. I'm happy we got that, because those are some of my favorite things. I just like the fact that things happen while you're traveling.
Yeah, it's cool.
And now we're somewhere else.
Yes, we are.
Space. It's somewhere.
Right, we're almost there.
I don't know, even though I know we have enough money for the financial report, I never like it when it hits.
Yeah.
It's just
I
like...
get it. Run a game studio.
Right, current funds.
Yeah, and I'm guessing, because we've seen some cost increases here as well, I'm guessing the reasoning is essentially this, similar to the one with the MechWarrior injuries, in that making things cost more gives it more, makes the gameplay more interesting, in that you'll usually have less money.
Yeah,
Or-
and
Yeah, we've
increasing
been tuning
this.
quite a bit to try to find that sweet spot of financial pressure
Yeah.
without being just overly punishing.
Mhm.
For now,
So are you going for normal or generous?
for now, I think we can afford generous, but
Wow. All right.
yeah, let's do that. Let's do that because I'm a generous person.
Mm.
So
See, yeah, you know what? This is a good bet, because you've got 2 pay periods left
Yeah.
that you could cover, and if you do a story mission, you're going to make out pretty good.
a lot of
So-
money.
Yeah,
yes. So it should be fine.
What's that?
You called them pay periods.
If I make it through the mission, it should be fine.
Yeah, well, that is not guaranteed.
Exactly.
Okay, well,
Hmm.
Exilus is, well, not Exilus, but we're growing to Exilus.
Yeah.
Doesn't appear to be on any maps.
Ruh-roh.
Suspicious.
I'll be fine.
Yeah. We're all fine here.
It's fine. It's fine.
Right. If you guys want to do any voiceover, you go ahead. I'm Ana Maria. Okay, that's it.
That was one hell of a rough ride. Oh yeah, my stomach's still doing somersaults.
Well, who's mayor then?
I am not. I can tell you that.
Oh, you know. It's because those crazy bastards used a pirate point to get us here. If we'd suffered a misjump, a sour stomach would be the least of your concerns. The leopard could have gotten irreparably mangled. Hell, we could have been irreparably mangled. The cautionary holovids they showed us at the academy were the stuff of nightmares.
When exactly did you realize that Centrella's jump crew was planning on doing that? I don't know, whatever.
As we were on our approach to the dock with the jump ship, it was way out of position to use any legitimate jump point. Putting 2 and 2 together, I could guess at what they were going to do.
All right, here's the million C-bill question, Mayor. Why didn't you say anything about this before we jumped?
Because it wouldn't have mattered if I had. We couldn't afford to turn down this job. Given the situation, I figured that ignorance was Probably Bliss.
This is our relationship. I'm sorry, I just increased the budget on art. Is that cool?
We'll talk about this later, Mayor. But for now, what's done is done. We're here, and there's money to be made. Let's focus on the task at hand. The Argo's crash site is here, smack dab in the middle of a pirate stronghold. The ship, the stronghold, and everything around it belongs to a self-styled bandit queen called Grim Sybil. Her gang is the closest thing that Axilus has to a ruling council.
Grim Sybil, is that supposed to be scary? It sounds like the kind of name you choose out of a hat. What do their defenses look like?
They're patchy at best. I don't think that Axilus gets a lot of visitors. They have strong anti-air cover, but little in the way of ground-based defenses. I'm seeing a lot of vehicles, but BattleMech activity looks light.
So the pirates have vehicles and turrets, maybe a few BattleMechs. Got it. Keep going.
The entire structure is surrounded by radar-guided anti-aircraft guns. Your first task will be to take down the radar towers so that Samara can approach the derelict. After you've secured the crash site, she'll dock with the Argo and drop off the engineering team.
Oh, real fast before we go on, could you say the Argo?
The Argo. You love
So
it.
cool. And then they'll miraculously get a 200-year-old wreck flying again. Wow,
The thing I like about Yang is his eternal optimism.
Yeah. He's consistent.
Lady Centrella has bet a massive stack of C-bills that they will. For what it's worth, I believe that her chief engineer can pull this off. I'd never heard of Dr. Farah Murad before Lady Centrella mentioned her, but I did some digging after our meeting. She was telling the truth. The doc has quite a reputation, supposed to be some kind of frontier engineering wunderkind, and a genius at bringing dead ships back to life.
I'll believe it when I see it, but for what it's worth, I hope you're right.
Yeah, me too. Now that we're here, we're kind of committed to seeing this job through.
Yeah, we just went through a pirate jump point. It's not like you can jump back.
I'll leave you to it, Freddy. Good hunting on the moon's surface. I'll keep an eye on you from up here.
We are the champions, my friend.
Nice, let's do this.
Well, okay, so, Carlos, you have about 18 minutes to finish the story mission.
Yeah,
That's
no.
fine, right?
Oh, you
That's
got it.
not going to happen in this mission.
Yeah, and this is a really easy mission.
Oh, and you're still taking the spider along, huh?
Oh, I take the spider on this mission.
Okay.
I mean, if the alternative is the Locust,
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah.
You could have a coffin or a thinner coffin.
yeah.
No, I just figured this out yesterday. I've got a new tactic for this with the spider. I jumped the spider up to a turret control because it can jump like across the map.
It's useful. Just, don't get attacked.
What I do sometimes with the spider in this mission is... Wait, let's not do voicing here. What I tend to do is that when we are fighting over on this side, if my spider is hard, I just jump over the wall and put it out of danger. So that's it. Spider out of the fight, but at least Decker won't die.
Oh, that's cool.
Right. So let's start this mission then. Okay. So this is a lunar biome, and this is horrible. This is your worst nightmare. So we need to be very careful with heat in this mission.
Yeah, I mean, early on, there are a lot of biomes where heat is more of an issue. So whenever you get to a normal biome, you're like, yes, I can shoot a bunch of things now.
It's really interesting.
Or a frozen biome, all of a sudden you can alpha strike every other turn.
Yeah.
Oh man,
It's
and
a
when you're in
cool
water,
feeling.
oh yes.
So we need to destroy Radar Tower Bravo and Radar Tower Alpha.
That's right.
And for all you mech commanders out there, I just want to remind you, you'll know what kind of environment you're going to be fighting on before you fight on it. You'll have time to be able to load out your mechs specifically for the environment. Like
On the Lance config screen along the top, there's a little summary of if it's a if it's a non-story mission, what type of mission it is, and then what type of planet you're going to be on.
Yeah. And so then you can go and say, all right, I'm just going to put in a bunch of auto cannons instead of a bunch of medium lasers or something, so I'll have less chance of overheating.
Just bring enough ammo.
Right, the first thing I want to do is to destroy the turret generator.
Where did we have the turret generator? It's
Just right here. But the thing is, it's only for nearby turrets. But
Mhm.
still. Um,
Oh, Grim Sybil.
oh well.
oh, it's a pity we cannot hear her voice. It's amazing.
Yeah. Well.
Right.
We could hear a tiny bit.
A tiny bit, yes. I hope people on Twitch can hear it a little bit better than us.
I heard it.
Okay. I don't want to use ammunition here, but what the hell? Let's do this.
Yeah, see, I jump my spider up there, and the
Mm.
reason I do it, the spider will take that out, but then from there it can be planking down at guys, and you're safer up there. The spider's safer up there.
The thing is, it
I
builds
found
so much heat to jump in this mission.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you just stay up there and relax
Yeah.
a little bit. Pull out a lawn chair.
Right, so 25.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'll just shoot both weapons. I don't care.
I
don't want
yeah,
the
no.
turrets shooting at me.
Good call.
Right.
You
So I
did
should
it.
Take at least one of the turrets near here. I don't think the second one
Hang
gets
on.
destroyed. Oh, yeah, this one is not gone.
And there was one in the back you also
Yeah.
destroyed.
Yeah, one over here somewhere, I believe. Yeah.
I know that because he killed my spider once. So.
I feel like that's usually how these missions go. Like once you played it a few times, you're like, oh, I know that thing's over there because it's killed me at a previous point.
Look, I'm doing Alpha Strike with it as well.
The
Except
most
for the-
effective type of learning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only jumped and I'm shooting one shot and it's already
Mm.
this high, this close to overheating. It's
And if you fire that PP spell, you'll find out soon.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
oh my, so
Oh,
close.
you almost got him.
Oh!
Yeah.
For sure that was gonna kill
Well, I
it.
have plenty evasion, so I should be fine.
Yeah.
Oh. Ooh. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
One of the
Well,
turrets.
that was very nice.
I was getting sensor left.
Mm-hmm. Right, another tank coming from this side.
Hmm. That's another thing the spider's good for, by the way. It's so fast
Yep.
that you can stomp on enemy vehicles with it.
Mm.
That's what I use in this
Yep.
mission also.
Let's
So one thing you can do with the spider is screw the medium lasers completely, right? Armor it,
Oh yeah. That's what
use
I do.
use it
Yeah.
as a spotter and a stomper.
Oh my god, 2 structure left on this turret. That was
And as then,
ridiculous.
if you're ever doing a rescue mission, you can use the spider as your rapid extraction vehicle. You can jump it into the base, pick up whatever VIP or object you're picking up, and get the hell out.
That's how I finished the previous mission, yeah. Save some time. Right.
So you're still going for the turret.
Yes, but I'm going to reserve once more to see if any tank comes in range and I can shoot it as well. Because the turret has 2 structures. I only need to get 1 hit in,
Yeah.
and that's it. But it looks like they don't come close enough. So I'm not going to reserve them again. I'm just going to take a shot at least with...
Well, remember, you've got multi-target too.
So well, let's see
That way you
which
don't
one...
overkill the turret.
Yep. Executioner. Well, he hasn't taken a shot yet. Let's use him. I'm not getting much evasion or anything, but I don't want to jump and get a lot of heat either, because we have plenty of tanks to fight now. So, let's say I'll take 1 or 2 shots at the light laser turret, and perhaps... Oh no, they don't reach the...
Oh, you haven't
The radar
selected your
station.
second yet? Oh, you did. You did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but
So do you have to
they're
use
only the
yeah.
AC2s are in range. So yeah, why not? Let's use AC2s and oh yeah, this should be fine and it doesn't overheat.
Yeah,
too much.
I'm always like, even though it's 2, I'm like, well, it's 85%. What if I miss? No, I need to secure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Right. Let's see if anyone comes into range. Well, another tank.
there's
from
a
that side.
lot of tanks over here.
Yeah. well, my Vindicator is not really going to do much. So I'm just going to... Oh, how much?
Oh, if oof,
No, but I'm not going to take a
Interfere with
shot.
fire.
So I'm just going to brace him here. That will do.
get rid of some of the heat.
So I'll just brace him there.
Mm.
You know, I can shoot at him. I don't care. It's great.
Wow.
It should be fine.
Don't let whoever's in the Vindicator hear you say that.
Glitch will forgive me.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure of that.
Yeah, it's-
I gave her the upgrade she wanted.
yeah, this is true. I mean,
Right. Yeah, we cannot really do much here neither. So yeah, I'll just fire my LRMs here. Since they are not going to come close enough anyway to be able to take a better shot, I'll just do this.
let's see. Ooh,
They could come. Yeah,
they are.
actually,
I can't. Stupid tanks
I
being way too slow.
I might. Oh god. Yeah,
Ooh.
I got vision, so LRMs.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ambrose, she's fine. Let me see. Decker.
Mm,
Yeah, I cannot do much other than a couple of shots and hope to do plenty damage, but I'm not sure if it will be enough. I think if I get two hits in the same part, might be, yeah, it should be enough to take it down.
Mm.
They hit different parts, then no.
Oh.
Yeah,
oh,
no, wasn't enough.
No.
Let's see.
Well, you can stomp it.
Yeah, I hit the right side and the front, so no.
Yeah. How about you
But I
go
can stomp it, yes.
Yeah. How about you go stomp it?
Let's do that. The thing is, I'll be vulnerable to this other tank later.
Yeah, but it's
It's not something we like to do. So, yeah, I'm actually... what the hell, let's stomp it. Why not?
I mean, we'll regret this
Later in the mission,
yeah,
yes.
later in the turn when it's so satisfying.
It is.
So satisfying.
It's more satisfying when you attack a really powerful mech and you one-hit it in a melee attack with a some sort
Yeah,
of
but on the flip
headshot.
on the flip side, when you run up to a really powerful mech and you do a good punch and nothing happens because you hit it on a piece that has enough armor, so it's just and you see the damage go up and nothing happens. You're like, damn it.
Well, what's fun is when you get behind a mech and punch it, you punch right through it and take its heart.
Yeah.
Pull out the core and you go, dudum, dudum, dudum.
That could have hurt.
Kalimas.
That's where I was going.
I'm so glad this AC5 miss my behemoth, my Shadowhawk.
I don't actually remember if it is Kalima, but I'm assuming it is because that's all I remember. Let's spend the last 8 minutes talking about Indiana Jones, the prequel, meaning the Temple of Doom.
What now? What prequel?
Oh, wow.
Takes place before the first one.
You mean
Oh, Temple of
Temple of
Doom.
Doom.
Yeah.
takes place in 1935 instead of 1938.
Exactly.
36 to 38.
Ouch, ouch, ouch.
Club
ouch.
Obi-Wan.
It also tells the tale of how Indy remembered to carry his revolver. Because he tries to do the same move, but he's dropped his gun, so he can't do it. But then,
Yeah, that's the shittiest part of the whole movie, actually.
yeah.
That's absolutely terrible.
Mm.
Don't you fuck with me right now.
I only
One of
remember
us is right,
one
the other one's
Indiana Jones movie.
That's right. The rest of them were whatever.
Well, I mean, sure. If you want to praise Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull, go for it. But I think the rest of us will disagree. That's all I'm saying.
Wow.
I don't think the rest of us are gonna.
I saw that with my wife on our wedding anniversary, a midnight show. Right. Oh, God, that was depressing.
It's.
Look what you
sad.
did. Look what you did. I was happy.
God.
We're shipping a game. People are streaming it today. And you have Indiana motherfucking Jones.
Well,
Way to go.
I'm trying to bring it up as often as I can because it's Indiana Jones. So as you mentioned, Mitch, and since we're almost out of time now, the stream. streaming embargo ended a few hours ago. How much time do you guys think you'll spend having like Twitch and YouTube up on your second or third screens?
We are going to be working all day. There will be no time for love, Dr. Jones.
Tomorrow we'll be hopping in some streams, though.
Yes. Oh, I guess we should not necessarily mention the schedule because I'm not 100% sure if it's set because I don't know. But you guys will tomorrow be jumping between different streams, talking to people playing BattleTech.
We will be on the internets.
We should be less pro.
Should we?
No, screw it. Yeah. So
Mostly
just
him, anyway.
if you no shit. If you just joined us, just a reminder for Kickstarter backers, your keys will be going out this weekend, and for everybody who is a Kickstarter backer or pre-ordered the game, you'll be able to preload the game on Monday.
Yeah.
And the game comes out on Tuesday at 9 a.m. Pacific time, which is where we are right here, and that's all that really matters.
Well, it's gonna be 6 o'clock in the afternoon if you're in the Central European summertime time zone, which is where we are, because we like to stream late in the day rather than early in the morning.
Oh, by the way, so go ahead, get it nice and close.
Yeah,
to
I
the
think
camera.
we need to go to the bigger camera here for this one, Nurgle. Yeah, I think we can bring it even closer.
There you go. That, my friends, is what is known as a quad mech, right? Which may come up in streams occasionally, especially when I'm on them, because people like to razz me about when a quad mech's going to be in the game. And I can tell you right now. Okay, great. Got that out of the way.
Excellent. Perfect.
That wasn't mine.
No, it was that.
Oh, fuck that guy. Okay. Sorry, Chris. Under my foot.
No miniatures were harmed in the making. Straight.
There's a little disclaimer at the bottom. Yeah, here in chat says quad mechs confirmed.
Oh, no.
Yeah, confirmed out.
I got rid of him.
Oh, I guess we should go back to seeing what the stream is going on. What's Carlos doing right now?
I mean, he's just been playing really well.
I
and
destroyed the tanks.
And at some point,
Carlos is made of winning.
I feel like if we don't mention it, it's not going to look bad when we play. So I'm like,
Right, we have another tower generator here,
Yes.
but I don't know if this one actually destroys any turrets.
well, if
I
only
think
if
there
it,
are more turrets over here, but I can't remember. Yeah.
I've been reminded, by the
Yeah.
way, that when we say preload on Monday, we are talking about Steam.
yes,
We are talking about Steam. Thank you.
that's important information. Yes, so stream preload on Monday.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, Carlos voice pack and quad mechs.
Yeah.
DLC 1, DLC 2.
We both know which one is the more important of the two, right?
Now,
question.
now, of course,
I
normally,
believe, metrics will prove you out.
Yeah.
normally we don't reveal that kind of stuff for marketing reasons like this early because that's not always great. But in this case, I think we can be pretty safe.
Get the hype train rolling.
Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah. Let's see if Ashkan is okay with that.
I
some
don't
time
see
off
why he
from
wouldn't
my
be.
side. Yeah.
For those who don't know, Ashkan is one of the producers here at Paradox.
The one who
And my
takes care of BattleTech. Yes.
Yes, exactly. And we are essentially out of time, Carlos, which means we will have to finish this mission on Monday
Sounds
all
good.
alone, and then of course we will also continue playing the same campaign on the release stream, which is on Tuesday because that's when the game is releasing. Mitch, Mike, thanks so much for hanging out, and
Yeah, thank you.
just
It's great hanging out with you, Carlos.
Thank you so much, guys.
Voiceover. Tremendous.
Thank you.
It's very good. To recap the important points of the stream once again, Kickstarter backers, you will get your keys over the weekend. If you've pre-ordered ordered it or Kickstarter backed it, you can do a Steam preload on Monday. Game releases properly on a Tuesday at 6 our local time here in Europe, 9 a.m. if you're over in HBS time.
That's really soon. It's really soon. And when do we get to breathe?
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
I
Yep.
go to the bathroom properly in like a week. And see.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you
Thank you
later.
guys.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.